Hi, welcome to Useless Banter. My name is Luis.
My name is Brett. Welcome to a podcast where two best friends won't
Shut the fuck up. Basically, a podcast where we talk about a bunch of useless shit that does not matter, but is highly entertaining.
Heavy on the entertaining. So buckle up and let's get into the bit, girls. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah,
okay?
and if you're watching this and it's a little past Pride Month, that's okay.
Pride is every day.
Every day.
So,
Yeah.
it's still Pride Month, okay?
When you're as gay as this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, speaking of Pride happened not too long ago here for us in LA, like WeHo Pride, right?
Oh, yeah, and we went hard, y'all.
Oh, and we went hard. Hey, I lost my voice after Pride.
So did I.
No, literally.
Yeah,
I was in my 6 a.m. cycle class.
No.
And I walk in and I'm like, first of all, also side note, one, all the partying. Two, I'm allergic to grass. So on Sunday, I remember sitting in the grass being like, I didn't take any allergy meds. Anyways, come Tuesday, right? Monday, I was like, oh, I'm great. I'm so good. Come Tuesday, it was my 6 a.m. cycle class. I walk in, I'm like, let's freaking go, everybody. Like, I'm so ready. Halfway through, I'm like, all right, now everybody, I literally was on the mic and everybody was like, what? One of the members went to Starbucks across the street, got me a medicine ball and brought it back to me.
I know, poor baby. This happens to you literally after every, I feel like, big event.
Yeah, well, you know what's crazy? Okay, so like, again, it's definitely a mix of things. But
Yeah.
two, with that next Saturday, I went to go visit my friends in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the grass at the park and I actually for the first time could feel, not the first time, second time. First time was Coachella. Second time, could feel my tongue getting tingly.
No.
And I remember at Coachella, the same thing was happening on day 3. And I was like, what's wrong? I went to the bathroom and looked
Dude,
at my
it's
tongue.
the grass. I really think, well, I mean, we go hard in the motherfucking
It's
paint.
definitely both, but it definitely is allergies
It's the grass.
too.
We have to remember.
I
We have to stop
know.
fucking around.
Yeah,
Like when
it's
we are going to be rolling our asses around in grass, we need to have you medicated.
Literally.
Heavily.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So with that, went hard, lost my voice. We're better now. But happy Pride. I'm like, I keep wanting to say like, but we'll be better about it. And then I keep forgetting to take my allergy meds. But
We keep forgetting that we're not going to be better about it at all.
no, we are, I swear.
We
We're
have
going to
to
be better.
We have to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think obviously Pride nowadays, there's like so much, celebration, partying and stuff. And I love that. It's fun. I have had some really insane experiences at Pride. Pride is such a space of acceptance and people are wearing their craziest outfits.
Craziest outfits.
But I think sometimes maybe we lose like track of what like Pride actually is.
Yeah.
Like I just think about like the people that came before us in our community and I'm so like grateful and I feel like I'm forever indebted to like the struggles and the protests and the things that they had to fight for to ensure that we have the rights that we do now and we are able to celebrate and have the freedoms and love the people that we want to love. So like
I think there's like a beauty in the fact that in a way we do not always think about that. And we should definitely, but I think the people before us fought for us to be able to celebrate freely.
Correct.
And for us to be carefree in these moments and be able to be who we are. But I do think, of course, first of all, the first Pride ever was not that long ago. Second of all, we are still not at a place where I know queer people want to be, right?
Yeah.
Including myself. There's still a lot of work to be done. So I do think while it's a beautiful thing to acknowledge the fact that we've come so far to where we can celebrate freely, of course, we still have to remember like there's still work to be done.
Well, also I think in the climate that we have right now, we've actually started to take steps backwards. And that's why I think that this Pride was so important. Because, there's now like companies and stuff that are no longer supporting Pride because of the political antics behind everything. And that's scary.
So many Prides around the country had sponsors pull out of Prides.
Yeah.
For that reason.
So like this Pride was more important than ever. And, of course, like our trans family and all of that are now not even being like advocated for or like seen or heard in like politically.
Right.
And so like it was so important that we were present to be able to like show up for them
100%
because they are a huge part of our community and we we like it's our duty to protect those people. And
I think it's important to remember that Pride is this month, but the work has to continue going. You know what I mean? Like even outside of this.
Yeah.
What was your first Pride? Like
Oh
when
my
did you
God.
first go to Pride?
Oh my God. Okay, this is so when I was so I grew up in Jersey, and when I was 16, I think I was like a junior in high school, maybe.
Okay.
Now I kind of grew up with like no rules, to be honest. Like I had like the party household. I had the freedom to do whatever I want. Mom, shout out, love you. But you know, I was also like a really, really great school kid. Like I was a straight A student. I like was very, I was gonna say well behaved, but maybe not the word well behaved, but like in school and everything. Like I always had my shit together. So I feel like because of that, I was given a lot of freedom. And I remember like I was 16 and I started cheering. There was these two boys that came onto my cheer team, and they were a couple. And we were younger, so it was like my first and I became super, super close to them like right away.
Yeah.
And they kind of taught me a lot and showed me a lot in the gay community. One was like 2 years older, so one was like 18, and then the other one was my age, 16. So we became like this little trio, and I feel like we just like had all these new crazy experiences together. They had done Pride. It was my first like time really seeing a gay couple as young as I was, like be so enthralled with each other and whatever. So they took me to New York City Pride.
Whoa, that is a big one to go for your first
Pride.
one. Yeah.
For my first Pride. That shit blew my mind. I literally had never been around, number one, so many gay people. Like I had no idea what to expect. The outfits themselves are insane. Like it's just the freedom of expression. So which I like love, but like, you know, I was 16, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. There's so much. And then like just to see the signs and the parade and all these things. And they were really, really great friends like at the time. And this is like so silly and just like stupid. But I remember like I was just wearing like a regular like tank top and shorts, right? And they were like, let's take our shorts off. Let's go in our underwear. And I was so insecure of my body at the time. Like, cause you know, I told you I've always struggled really bad with body dysmorphia, eating disorder, like the whole nine. And so I was so like, I was like trembling with anxiety about this.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't think I can do it. Like, I don't know if I want to like, you know, whatever. And like, I mean, we were drinking and getting fucked up, like all the things, but like, I remember doing it. Hey, took off my little shorts and had my like American Eagle undies on. Like, it's so embarrassing. They literally had like sharks on them or some shit. I'm like, but it wasn't even like cute underwear, but it was like the act of liberation.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a space like that, and I was like, no, it forced me to take pride in myself, my body, accepting. Like I was just like, this is who I am. This is what I am, and like there was no better space. So, no, it was literally insane just being around crowds of people and stuff. But I will never forget it.
Amazing.
I wish that there was maybe a different choice of underwear that day.
The sharks is American. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Yeah. I wonder if we could like clip in a picture.
Honestly, you can. You probably can. You have to send.
Like, no, you guys need to see this shit. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think for me, like because I did come out.
Where was your first Pride?
San Francisco.
Okay.
So I came out in high school, but I moved to San Francisco. So I grew up in San Diego. I moved to San Francisco for college, and I think that was really the first time that even then when I was first in San Francisco is a very like queer city, right?
Gay.
just gay.
Just gay.
Just gay. Well, queer also. Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, I think that was the first time in my life where I really started to kind of just connect with more gay people and have more gay circles around, as opposed to like in high school, you know, in my high school, there's like 2 or 3 people who were like boys who were out as gay. And that was like it, you know, I didn't really venture outside of that. And then in college is when I really started to, and in San Francisco, which, you know, like many cities, it's like the whole city's just up in hey, gay flames. Like it's just like it's open to everybody. Everyone's roaming around. Also, San Francisco is only 7 by 7 miles. So you're going from like one end of the city to the other, and everyone is just celebrating.
Right. I'm
like,
listening.
You go to the park. Just taking a quick sip. You're going to the park and everyone's celebrating. Downtown is like where the main stages are and the festivals happening and like all that. So I remember going and just being like, oh my God, the whole city is running around being gay and free. And this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, you know?
It's like kind of overwhelming a little bit at first.
Yeah. And I was like, same kind of thing. I'd never really been around just that many gay people at once or queer people at once. And it was such a beautiful and liberating thing. Same kind of thing. Everyone is like wearing whatever they want. Also, San Francisco, at least in the past, I know it's probably changed a little bit, but especially San Francisco was known for being so like free about nudity and like whatever. So like people are running around naked.
Oh, in
like,
San Francisco, they get down.
They get down.
They get down. Yeah.
And it's just, it was so crazy to see because I had just never been in an environment like that. And like, yeah, I lived in California, but like I lived 40 minutes away from like downtown San Diego. So I'm like in the suburbs.
Right.
And it just also wasn't like that.
Giving the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very different. Which one thing I do in general just miss about San Francisco is the accessibility of it all. Because I feel like when something happens in the city, the whole city's in on it because it's not that big.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's really, really cool and it's easy to access. But yeah, I mean, obviously like LA Pride is really big here too. And it's so much fun. But
I think like one thing that bothers me is you know, to people who are not gay and to like I would say more conservative people or whatever, they look at pride events as these like, you know, like satanic celebrations because there's just gays and sex and all these things and parties and stuff, and it's like when you have never been oppressed, you'll never know what it's like to celebrate finally like being able to be free.
Also because Pride started as a parade or as a protest. As a protest. So it's like that's why people gathered and that's why people were protesting for their rights.
Right.
Of course, now, like I said, it's a beautiful thing to know that we're at a place where we can celebrate and also still protest or still have a parade and all that. But that's where it all started. So it's frustrating when people who do not understand that start to think negatively on it.
Well, because they're like, you guys have your rights. Like, you're fine.
But not even fully, right?
But not even fully, right?
No.
But to them, they're like, what, like you're like, you know what I mean? They're like, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be celebrating, running through the streets naked and like doing all these crazy things. But it's like, because you've never been oppressed is the only reason that you would feel that way.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that is so frustrating.
So it is very, very frustrating as, you know, because being in the community, we're still fighting. So it's like, what do you mean we shouldn't have to celebrate?
Yeah.
You know?
What was your coming out story like?
Oh, girl. My coming out story was
Crazy
something.
work.
Okay, so I came out when I was like 15, I want to say. Yeah, 15. And oh God. So we had moved into like our new house at that point, and it was just a new environment, whatever, the whole thing. So I was like learning how to drive, didn't drive yet. And I remember I didn't ever really think about being gay or anything like that yet. But there was this one boy at my school, and I remember we all had like a mutual group of friends. One New Year's, he like invited all of us to go to his place for New Year's. So we all went over, we all slept over, the whole thing.
Okay.
Then the next day, he's like dropping us off one by one because he was like one of the only ones who could drive out of our friend group. And he dropped me off last. And literally, as he was like gonna drop me off, yeah.
I'm like, I know where this is going.
I'm like, we're parked in front of my house.
Oh no.
And he goes, hey, can I ask you something?
Oh my God.
And tell me why. Like, again, I don't think I had ever fully thought about it, but in that moment, I knew exactly what he was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Well, also because he was out, so I probably knew what he was gonna ask.
Yeah.
But he was like, are you gay? And I literally look at him and I just like pause for a second, like in my head, like my mind is swirling, okay?
Yeah.
And I look at him and I'm like, no. And he goes, oh, like, so sorry if I offended you. And I'm like, it's fine. And I literally just got out and left. And then he like texted me later and was like, I'm so sorry if I offended you. Like, I didn't mean to. Like, I just, you know, had an inkling or whatever. And like, we're talking, had an inkling. He's like, something gave it away. And I'm like, what? What could have possibly given it away? and then, hey, of course, we're like texting. And then at one point, I'm like, well, you know, I've never really have or I've never really put that much thought into it, but I think I might be. So we started hanging out.
Also, how did you think that you might be? Like, how did you start to come to
Because
terms with it?
I think it's a weird thing, and I don't know if you feel this way or differently, but like in the back of my head, I think I always knew, but I never acknowledged it. So once you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, this would make a lot of sense. Because I had girlfriends at that point, and each and every single one, it was like, first instance, the first kiss, I was like, I don't really get why people are so crazy about it. Like, this is what people be doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just little things that you start to realize, like, oh, maybe that's why. And I did feel some sense of attraction to him, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe that's why I'm feeling this way. So once we started talking a little bit, I was like, you know what? I'm starting to realize that maybe I might be. So we started hanging out more. And then one weekend, hey, his parents were out of town.
Oh no.
So he's like, you should come spend the night. And I was like, okay, great.
And so were you guys like, after that like initial texts of
we were
like,
texting a lot.
you were kind of texting a lot.
And he was like, we should hang out sometime. And we did. We hung out a couple
Was
times.
it like a little flirty?
It was a little flirty. And it was scary.
Was he cute?
Yeah, he was cute. He was not a good person, but he was cute.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know, he was a horrible
Yeah.
person. And and in a way, I wish I had, for instance, my sisters, I wish I had told them in that moment and was confiding in them, because I think I would have avoided a lot of things that he did to me if I knew. Because like Eva knew him. They were in the same grade. So he was a grade above me. And she did not like him, which I didn't know until later, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, all part of me being in the closet. And yeah, so we ended up hanging out. Even before that, we kissed and I was like, oh my God, this all makes sense now. I'm definitely gay. And then I spent the night at his place one time and, you know, did a little extra
Credit.
Other than kissing. Not like sex yet, but you know, other things.
Like a little handsy
A little-
moment.
Yeah,
a little touchy.
A little touchy, a little a little glick glick.
Honestly, work.
Honestly, yeah, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
And then after that weekend, I remember going to school on Monday. Okay, going to school on Monday, and people were coming up to me, being like, "Oh my gosh, I heard about you and so, and like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "No, like I'm so happy that
You were
like."
a freshman?
I was a sophomore in high
Shit.
school. Yeah, I was a sophomore.
Holy shit.
And yeah, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited. Like, so and so, I heard about this and that, and I heard you're gay and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I literally was like, "What are you talking about?" And he knew I had told him that I had never told anybody any of this.
That just gave me so much anxiety.
Yeah. So I basically came to school and was like outed, right?
Yeah.
So then all my best friends were like, "Oh my God, why didn't you tell me?" Or, "Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't tell." And I'm like, I didn't tell anybody. I told him and he was not supposed to tell anybody. So it was like this whole thing, right? And in that, I think you know, once I really started to have to like come to terms with all of that because it was already out there, I started just like, I think lashing back at like my parents and things because they were kind of like, "What's going on with you? What's been up?" Honestly, my grades were slipping in school, like, and that was never me. Like, I was always very like involved and on top of my things. But I think at that point it was like I was always just so exhausted, and I remember my mom being like, "You're always so tired. Like, are you okay? Like, whatever, all these things." One day, so after some time, there was another boy from my high school who was also on my dance team outside of school, and he was also out. So he was like, "Hey, after our performance this weekend, a girl from my high school is hosting like a little house party. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Sure." So I go to this house party. He's like, "I'll drive us," and I was like, "Oh my God, like so cute." So I'm like, you know, totally in the feels of it all. And he drives us to this house party, and I am just obviously bottling a lot of stuff in. So I get wasted. Okay, trashed. Like,
hey,
I'm
not much has changed.
I'm like still the same. No, I'm just kidding. But I literally am like so like I blacked out.
Yeah.
But I remember
Period.
I remember making out with him, and I remember making out with the girl who hosted the party.
Oh, we were
We were
bisexual.
right? We were for a
We were
hot second.
trisexual.
We were trying to be bisexual. Like, that's really what it was. So, and then hey, the cops come, and they come to the house, and they're like getting everyone, like they're like, everyone sit down, like whatever, call your parents, like the whole thing. My parents had to come pick. I like browned out, or I blacked out, and then I browned back in. Okay. And I remember trying to go to the bathroom, like literally stumbling. I come back out, and they're like, what's your parents' phone number? We have to call them. And I couldn't think, so I was just like, okay. So I called my parents. They had to come get me. They drove me back home, and they were like, what is going on with you? Like, what has been up with you these days? Like, whatever. So I get home, and then my mom, like, and my dad put me in my room, and they're like, we'll talk about this tomorrow. I'm like drunk, right? So my sister's room is across the hall.
Yeah.
So I like go across the hall, and I'm like banging on Yvette's door, and Yvette's like, what? Yvetita. And I'm like, Yvette. My other sister was out of town. I think she was in Vegas, actually. She was also partying.
Hey, shocker.
Shocker. And I go into Yvette's room, and I'm like, hey, I need to talk to you. And she's like, oh my God, mom and dad said you're like fucked up, like you're drunk. And I'm like, I am. And I like go and sit down, and I'm like telling her, she's like, what happened? And I'm like telling her the whole thing. And then I was like, no, but I have to tell you something else. And she's like, what? And I was like, I kissed a boy. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gay. And she was like, oh my God. So again, I'm so drunk, so part of it is like kind of blurry, but I remember us getting emotional, and I remember her crying, just more so. She didn't care. She was like, I love you, know, but it was more so about just like the worry of what my parents would say and think, and like what would happen. And I was just like, you have to stop crying, because I could hear my dad coming down the hallway. So I was like, you have to stop crying. You have to stop crying. And she's like, I'm crying. How can I stop? So I run back into my room, and my dad goes into her room and is like, what did your brother say? What did he do to you? Are you okay? My mom comes into my room and is like, why is your sister crying? Like, what's happening? And I'm just sitting there like, nothing. Like, I don't know why she's crying. And then my mom's like, are you okay? And I literally I at one point just couldn't take it anymore, obviously. And also the alcohol definitely gave me the liquid courage. Yeah. And I was just like, I am bisexual. And I came out as bi, of course, but trying to soften the blow. I'm like, there's still hope,
Yeah.
But my mom was like, I think you're drunk. I think you need to go to bed, So I was like, no, it's like, it is what it is. Real. Yeah. But I was like, okay. So I like went to bed, and I remember waking up the next morning, like literally not wanting to move a muscle.
You like want to crawl out of your skin?
Oh, crawl out of my skin. I wanted to crawl out the window. I wanted to run away. Like I was like, I cannot like muster. Yeah, I can't imagine going outside of these walls right now.
No,
So like, yeah, it definitely took some time for us to like repatch that relationship. But I think especially when I was getting ready to go to college, like applying for colleges alone, I think my parents were like, we don't want you to feel like you can't come back home, and we don't want you to like run away forever type of thing. And I always knew they were the kind of parents, I think deep in my heart, I always knew they were not the kind of parents to like kick me out or throw me out or like leave me, alone. But no, that didn't make it any easier at the same time, But luckily we were able to like rehash everything and talk about it all. And then now we're as close as ever, know? So yeah.
It's insane that you were outed.
Yeah, that part was honestly so crazy.
Once you were outed, sorry, this is like the one part of the story that wasn't. Once you were outed, like at school, people started coming up to you. Were you like, the gig is up, and you were saying, yeah, I am? Or were you still defending?
To my close friends, I was saying I was bisexual to them too, because I didn't know how to react in that moment. I was like, well, no, I think I'm just bisexual. Like, I don't know. But to people who were just randomly coming up to me, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, who told you this? Like, what? I was kind of pretending to play dumb, because I was like, I don't know you. But the gig was up. Like, people knew,
the gig is up, girl.
Yeah. And I think after that, like, once I was able to confide in my friends, and like when my really good friends were like, we don't care, right? Then I think the conversations would happen. And I eventually was like, I think I'm just gay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that people who are not a part of the community realize the weight of what it is to come out.
It is a lot.
Which is also another reason why Pride is so important, because, showing kids that were in the positions that we were, that it is okay to come out and that there are safe spaces and there's resources, even if the people that like are in your family or whatever don't support you. Like there's so many other resources that will is huge. You like I'll never forget that weight. Like the
mental gymnastics that you're doing in your head
is insane.
That's why I was so exhausted all the time, because my brain was not stopping.
No, literally. I think that the reason why I eventually did come out was because like my entire being was revolved around portraying to be someone else.
Yeah.
Like my whole thought process every day was like, how can I make sure that people don't know who I really am?
There's so much energy in there.
But you're also still partially trying to explore who you are without anybody know. So then it's like lies start to like, you know, you're really here, but you're telling people you're there and this is happening and you were really with a boy, but you know, you have a girlfriend and all these things are happening. And it's like, they all start to like build up until you literally are like, fuck it, I'm gay.
Yeah, no, literally.
Like that's like literally that's basically what happened to me. When I don't know that I always, well, maybe I was in denial. I think maybe it was like the compartmentalizing it thing, you know, somewhere in my brain. But like, I remember when I was young, before I went through puberty, I'd always looked at men and been like, wow, I'm so jealous of how he looks.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I looked like that man. I wish I looked like that man. So like, that's how I compartmentalized it. Like, I was like, okay, like, it's really just, I'm envious of your physical appearance.
Yeah. Sorry,
and then no, you're good.
No, go ahead.
And then once I went through puberty and like, you know, started exploring like my sexuality and like, you know, like the first time you're like 12, 13, you like watch porn, all those things. And then it kind of like something like clicks in your mind and you're like, oh shit.
Wait, also the search history?
The search history?
Crazy. I got caught once.
Oh, I got caught a few times. I got caught a few times, bitch.
It's like, it's literally like gay sex.
And it's like, that's like before you really know your own category.
Right.
So you're just like gay
sex. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how old were you when you came out?
I was a freshman in high school when I officially came out to like my mom. I will never forget it. So like I had dated girls up until then. Yeah. I was like dating 2 girls on my cheer team at once. I was in a relationship with a girl. No, literally.
Hey, not much has changed. I'm just kidding.
I dated a girl for 2 years. Like I was in a 2-year relationship with a girl that I was like madly in love with.
That is so wild.
So crazy, but I was like genuinely in love with her. And like anytime we like thought about breaking up, like I spent every day with her. And anytime we thought about breaking up, I was like devastated, crying. Hey, not much has changed. And anyways, so we like I was dating her and then I was dating these other girls. And then it was like people started to find out things. Like I remember I went away to a cheer competition and I like hung out with this guy. This like older guy. Oh. And then I was like 15, 16 and he was older. He was He was like 21, 22.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we like hung out, hooked up, whatever, and then he started telling everyone. So then the girls are coming up to me like,
also, why is he telling everybody? Because
I'm like, you sound crazy.
And that could come back to bite you in the ass.
100%. And so then, but then you know your body goes into that panic.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my God, everyone's finding out. What do I do? Then you have to like cover it with lies. And I had to tell them this. I'm like, no, I would never do that. And like whatever. And then it just became like so much, like things were happening at school, same thing. So one day I literally woke up in the morning and I was like, Mom, like, can we go for a car ride? And she was like, yeah. I was just like, I don't know what it was. It wasn't planned or anything. I just woke up one day and had so much anxiety and so much like, I was literally like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Yeah. Like I have to tell her, I have to just beat myself. So yeah, I literally wake up and I'm like, can we go on a car ride? And she's like, I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. She's like, are you smoking weed again? I was like, no, Mom. I was like, I think I'm gay. Yeah. And my mom is the coolest mom, like whatever. Right. But she was like, how do you know? Oh no, like she didn't have like the warm reaction that I was like looking for because she was, I think was just afraid. She was like, I'm just afraid of how the world's gonna treat you, you know? And it's like, yeah, protective. And I was like, I understand that, you know, but I was like kind of like needing like more like a softener at that moment. So then I feel like I resented her for a little bit for it. But then like now my mom is like goes to Pride. You know,
Yeah.
my mom loves the gay bars. My mom has her own bottle of poppers.
Ally.
Like my mom is the
Ally.
ultimate whatever.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
yeah, that was difficult. And then I hate my dad, who I was like terrified of, super masculine, whatever. I was like, oh, I'm not going to. I didn't tell him until my senior year because I was so afraid. I was his only son. I'm like, I don't want to. You know, it's harder with your dad, right? You don't want to be
Yeah.
a
Oh my gosh.
disappointment to your dad. Like, I'm like, I don't know. So I was terribly afraid to tell him. And I waited till my senior year. We had this whole giant dinner. I was like, okay, it's time. I'm a senior or whatever. We had this whole giant dinner. And my mom, my aunt, his sister came, like the whole nine. And I like sat down. I was like, Dad, like, you know, I have something to tell you, blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, I'm coming out to you as gay. He was like, is that what this whole dinner is for? He was like, you think I didn't know that?
Oh my
And
God.
I was like I had the adverse affection from my
Yeah.
mom and my dad. My dad was like, come on.
Isn't that crazy, though?
And my mom was like, wait, what? And I'm like, Mom, you were hiding my Barbies when I was a baby
No,
from my
literally.
dad. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was just like very, very interesting. But like, luckily, I'm so blessed to have both
Yeah,
parents that like
yeah.
support me and support my lifestyle, and like truly my heart goes out to people that don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why like our celebrations and stuff are so important.
Yeah.
But like I just, you know, I don't think that people realize like
Yeah.
the trauma that's within our community just for having to tell people who you are. Like
Yeah,
when you're
which-
straight, it's not gonna be like, hey, I'm coming out to you as straight. Like,
Right, like you don't have to
you
do
know, it's
that.
a whole, there's so many layers to it or
Yeah.
whatever. But
I also think like, I mean, going back to the whole reaction of the parents thing, just because like my parents obviously didn't have the reaction I was hoping for either, but I also like, I had to remind myself in a way that like, if it took me that long to grapple it within my own mind, like I have to give them a moment too to process everything.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it is a lot. And I'm not saying that, you know, all I'm saying is that we can't put so much weight on the reaction of things because obviously that doesn't excuse certain reactions.
100%.
But I was so grateful that my parents were even willing to like have a conversation about it. You know what
And,
I mean?
they're human beings, right?
Yeah, of
like
course.
they're
And it is-
entitled to their emotional response.
And it's really coming from that protectiveness of a parent.
100%,
Like they
yeah.
really, when I talked to them, it was really just like, I was just more so afraid of what you would have to deal with.
how the world's gonna treat you.
Yeah, that's really where it's
which
coming
is
from.
literally real as fuck because
Yeah.
look at where we're at. You know
Exactly,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't fault anyone, and I'm definitely lucky enough to not have like lost anyone or anyone be like, oh yeah, I can't be a part of your life. But
Totally.
you know, that's really common.
You know what I get nervous of?
What?
And I've talked about this before with like my sisters, is the day if and when I get married is like seeing who shows up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that part in a way does kind of scare me.
Yeah.
I okay, not 100% because at the end of the day, I'm also like, if you want to come. Like if you love me, you love me. Like that, it'll be, let's see the true colors, I guess. But in a way, it is scary because like having seen my sister go through the wedding, no matter what, there's always drama around weddings. I feel,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always some kind of stuff that
And
comes
I
up.
for
but,
sure will be a fucking bridezilla.
Oh God, I like it. I know you would be.
Yeah.
And you already know I'm gonna be with you every step of the way. But when it's over, I'm just kidding. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like once we're at the party and having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I get it. I don't think I will be, but I think that's just gonna be, I think, kind of like maybe that'll be where the emotional like drama comes from for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Because also I think like too, something that's like different between you and I is that you have like, you know, Mexican culture adds another layer to it, right?
Yeah.
You would say
Yeah.
like being gay or you
Yeah,
think that's
and
changed?
not just Mexican culture. I feel like a lot of cultures, but also, yeah, Mexican culture, there is, you know, just the whole like kind of macho,
Machismo.
like, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
aspect to it. But, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was very like happy and pleasantly surprised because for a long time I did not like going to Mexico because I felt like I had to put that whole macho act on. And really for me, it was just me being quiet, sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Like I just wasn't really saying a lot. But it wasn't fun for me because you know me, I'm a loud social person. So I'm like, for me to have to like become an introvert was like not fun.
Yeah.
But I will say like my cousins and family, for the most part out in Mexico, when they did find out, more so my cousins, like when they found out, they did not care.
Yeah.
They were
Hey,
like, literally, it does not make anything
now we're
different.
in Puerto Vallarta just
No, literally like living our full little gay life.
like doing the fucking
most. Like,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah.
yeah. Which is a beautiful thing to like to
Yeah.
see. Even where my dad's from, Oaxaca, like gay sex is legal and or same-sex marriage is legal. And they were one of the first states in Mexico
sex is
to gay marriage.
Like, you could be out there fucking.
Same-sex marriage is where my brain was going.
Like, muy bien, papi.
Wait, that is insane. I'm like, yeah, you can have gay sex in the streets. You can have gay sex in the cafe.
Leche, por favor,
Oh,
papi.
please. Oh my God. Same-sex marriage is legal. And they were one of the first states to legalize it. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, we've come a long way in a way. So
Yeah, I love my Mexicans.
just not their food.
I'm working on it. I'm
gonna get you to try a taco.
Yeah, we'll get there. One day.
Yeah, we'll get there. You like ceviche? No?
No, I tried it. I tried it with homeboy. Remember?
Oh yeah.
But I did try a bunch of different things. I have to take you to that restaurant.
Did you not like the ceviche that you tried?
It was kind of mid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we
like
can
I
get you
would probably
better.
never order it again.
Well, maybe some ceviches are made differently.
Well, yeah, but I tried Tlayuda.
Tlayuda, yeah. Tlayuda. No, just kidding. Yeah, yeah. Okay, with the tortilla and the beans and the cheese.
There was like a lot of extra credit on top.
What was the extra credit on top?
I don't know.
I feel like you gotta have one that's like the beans and the cheese and the tortilla.
I don't like beans or cheese, so that's my only.
You don't like cheese?
No.
You're a liar. You love cheese.
No, I don't.
Pizza?
No, I always take the cheese off my pizza, or I get like the
Oh,
grilled
that's
pizza.
right. I was
Yeah.
like, you eat pizza.
Like I can eat it with cheese, but it's like I would prefer it
Oh,
without. Like my
okay,
burgers and everything, no cheese. Like, but I like
Yeah,
I
that's
like
not the
mac
one
and
for you.
cheese though, so it's kind of like.
So
Yeah.
let's not do that.
Yeah.
We'll pick another dish.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. What are some of like your favorite prides that you've been to? So you've been in New York.
I feel like I haven't really been to that many. I've only been to New York. I've been to LA. I've been to San Diego.
Have you done San Francisco before?
Mm-mm.
Girl, we should go to San
Wait,
Francisco.
you know
Pride.
where else we should go?
Where?
Actually, I don't know if we should go. What's the crazy one that's not Pride, but it's like gay? It's like the fetish party.
Oh, Folsom Street.
Have
Fair.
you been?
I have not. I've like, because living in San Francisco, you kind of get, but I haven't like fully done Folsom like that. No.
Yeah.
I've been like around it. But I
I'd
haven't-
be interested to just do it once. Like I just
Yeah.
for the experience of it. Like I just would love to see
Yeah.
everyone's freak flag fly.
Okay, that and SF Pride we should do.
I would be so available.
Yeah, we should
I would
actually
be
do.
so
San
available.
Francisco Pride is probably, I mean, I haven't been to New York or like World Pride. I've only been to, honestly, California Prides.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. So I've only been to San Diego, San Francisco, LA. But I feel like San Francisco is one of my favorites. Yeah.
The guy I went on a date with, like whatever, a while ago or a few weeks ago, he told me that he went to Puerto Vallarta Pride and it was so fun.
Okay, we have to do it next
We
year.
literally have to do it. You know what else we have to do is we have to do a gay cruise.
Oh yes, the cruise of it all.
And we have to do it before your wife's out.
That that's where one of my friends met his partner.
Yeah, like we have to do that experience together. That would be
insane.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
a cruise and PV Pride.
PV Pride.
So many things.
Yeah.
San Francisco Pride.
Like
Yeah, there's a lot.
trying to think of any other place that's like super. I would do Miami Pride too.
I would love to do
probably
that.
be fun.
I would also love to go to World Pride just because it seems so like
Yeah, where is World Pride?
DC.
Doesn't it change every year?
Maybe. Oh, maybe it does. You're right. Because I
Yeah.
think wasn't it?
When I went to my first Pride,
Was
it
that
was
World
World,
Pride?
Pride
In New
New York
York?
City.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but like I'm
no. I
literally
think you're
pretty
right.
sure.
It might
Yeah.
change. Because didn't they have one in Australia even?
I don't know.
I feel like one
Maybe.
World Pride
I
was
also
in
would love to go to Australia.
I've
Have you
never
been?
No, on my list, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
On our list.
On our list.
Yeah.
Hey, but oh my gosh, we're gonna be running a half marathon in Paris next year.
In Paris.
Wait, that is so
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was telling the date about that too. And he was like, that's fucking insane. He's like, I would literally never do that in my life.
What, a half marathon?
Yeah. He's like, I hate cardio.
Oh,
And I'm like,
Okay.
okay. I was like, honestly, I'm not really a runner either. Like, we're just like, we cycle
yeah.
and stuff. So, but I'm like, I'm a fitness girly. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I love the challenge. I just want to say I would do it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I just love the challenge of it all too.
I love the
you know?
challenge. Yeah.
So I'm
Because like, I
excited.
honestly feel like you and I could run it tomorrow.
We probably could. Yeah.
We would be down bad probably,
but we could do it.
but I think we could do it.
Yeah. I
But
think a little.
I can't,
with a
I'm
little
excited to train to like feel good about it and be like okay after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And hey, we'll treat ourselves to a little spa day after.
I know. How long do we want to go to Europe? Like
For a decent amount of time.
like
I would
almost like
say.
2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
want to go to. And where are we gonna go? Because like you've already done a lot of traveling. I haven't done as much traveling outside of the country, so I'm kind of just trusting in you to take me to the cool spots.
Well, also, if there's anywhere you want to go or anything in particular, like obviously we can, if there's anything you want to see, I think we could do a bunch of things. Like honestly, Yvette and I were talking about this too, but nothing is set in stone. We could either do Paris and explore some other parts of France, or we could go Paris and like maybe London, or like, visit a different country. Like we have 2 weeks. So I would say we can do 1 to 2 countries, depending on where we want to go in those countries.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so we're obviously doing Paris for sure. What's your like next favorite country that's close to there?
Well, I've been wanting to go back to Italy for a while.
I want to do Italy so bad.
Yeah.
So I would actually love to do
So we
Italy.
could probably do Italy.
Paris and
I would
Italy.
love to again, we can map it out. If it doesn't match, then no. But one of my good friends lives in London, and I do think you would love London. London is like the New
Isn't
York
it
of Europe.
cold?
It's like gloomy, but
Okay, period.
also we're going in March.
Italy's not like that.
Well, we're going in March, so it's also not going to be like summer hot, but it's going to be,
Anywhere that we
but
go.
yeah, like we were thinking about going to maybe the French Riviera, like the beaches of France, but it might still be cold for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that
Okay.
would make sense. You know what I
Right,
mean? Because I would love to go back to the French Riviera for sure, but I feel like that's definitely more of like a warm, because it's all beaches.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's
Yeah.
cold, then it's not really,
Not fun. Yeah.
yeah. So we can see, we can look into it.
Right. Oh my God,
I'm
I'm so
excited.
excited. I just have not. I need to get out of this country.
Yeah. Oh my god.
For more than one reason, but
But yeah, because you've only been to Mexico, right?
I've only done like Mexico. I've done Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and Canada.
Okay. Well, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory,
Yeah.
but Canada and Mexico and okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh my
so-
god. Well, we're gonna take you across the
I
ocean, girl.
know. I can't wait. It's gonna be so
Yes.
fun.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's gonna be really fun.
And we have to get really cute runners outfits.
Yeah.
Everyone's
and those
like
little vests.
everyone's like talking about like in the group chat, like, the
Yeah,
logistics.
all the logistics.
And I'm like, wait, you guys, we have to get cute runners outfits. They're like, bitch, shut the fuck up, please.
We're like, okay, work. No, like work. I'm like, we're trying to survive, and he's like, but I want to look cute.
No, literally, I'm like, the fit has to be cunty.
No, we'll look cute. We'll look cute. Yeah, absolutely.
Like cute sunglasses.
Yeah.
And the whole nine. Like,
Oh, girl, we're gonna do it. By the way, I still have your sunglasses in my car.
shocker.
The ones that you bought at. Where'd you buy those, actually?
Couldn't tell you.
All right, well, work. Story of our lives over here. Oh my gosh.
Well,
okay.
anyways,
Well, thanks you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, happy Pride if you're celebrating, and if you're not celebrating, you should.
Yeah. And again, just know there are resources, communities out there for everybody. So do not feel like you're alone. This is a time to, dive into that. So
Dive into your community.
yeah.
We're here for you.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.